are in. Perfect. Dude, I'll give you my highlighter in a second. Nothing but net. Corner for Pierre. She'll try a three. Knocks it in. Corner for Shallow. She'll take it in off the window. And welcome inside the Simply Financial Athletic Center. My name is Alex Van Hack, joined alongside me, MJ Graham. It's the second matchup of the season series between the NC Knights and the Mohawk Mountaineers. They met earlier in October, and that game was a disaster for NC. And you look to put that in the rearview mirror, but they're going against one of the best, if not the best, in the country, and the Mohawk Mountaineers, who are undefeated to start the season. Of course, I mentioned the earlier victory this season, and they're going to be led by Jonah Smith, one of the rookies, who had a career-high 31 points against St. Clair last Saturday, and 60% from the field and 4 made threes. There's a look at Joanna Smith and Lyric Shallow, a couple players to watch out for Mohawk and NC respectively. Lyric Shallow in her last 2 games on that back-to-back in Western Ontario was terrific, averaging 17 points, 6.5 rebounds, 63, 30, 64 splits in those 2 games.
Lyric's had a really strong season, but one of the things she's struggled with a bit is foul trouble, which last game was a real issue because they were so short-benched.
And that short bench is going to continue today. No Lexis Bell, no Emma Laszlock, no Aliyah Omar Bujak. We thought for a little bit Lexis Bell was going to be available. She played on the weekend. She had a season high in steals with 5 against St. Clair Friday night, but she didn't end up playing at all. She's not playing here today, I should say. And it's going to be another shorthanded task for these Knights, who've been shorthanded really the whole season long. And they're going to have to go up against one of the best in the country and put up a good fight here today.
The Knights have had real difficulty finding an offensive identity. That being said, if they could find an offensive identity against Mohawk tonight, they're going to be in a real good position to go on a run for the end of the season.
But Mohawk has one of the best defenses in the association, allowing the 3rd fewest points per game at 53.8 and the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 28.9. And NC's offense has, at times, we've talked about it many times, has gone stagnant, 57.5 points per game, 25.9% from three-point range. And it's going to have to be a good offensive effort, and of course defense is going to have to be there for NC, but it's going to be tough to go up against one of the best defenses teams in the country if they want to pick up the win here today.
I think one plus is that it's not for lack of talent. I think that they've just been really they've been working harder, not smarter. And if they do work smarter, not harder, I do believe they have the capability to gel together offensively.
And there's a look on your screen at Lily Braun, who will be available for the team here today. She had a career high in rebounds with 4 and 6 minutes over the weekend. Didn't really play much at all in the first half of the season. I think she's going to have to be a big key here today, especially when you're going up against someone like Tiffany Anderson, as we're just moments away from the national anthem here inside the Simply Financial Athletic Center. A little bit of difficulties in-house with the national anthem, but he got it up and going. And you could see the starting lineups set to be introduced, starting with the visiting undefeated Mohawk Mountaineers, who won a gold medal last season, their first medal since 2018. And not in the starting lineup today, but available is Kendra Oliver, who was a first-team All-Star last year, a gold medalist with this Mohawk Mountaineers team. She's averaging 10.2 points, 9.1 rebounds, 2.4 steals, 0.9 blocks on 38.7, 6 of 12 from 3, and 46.7 splits. A menace on both sides of the ball.
Solid stat line for sure.
And if that's your first player coming off the bench, you're doing something pretty well. And in all likelihood, the first player off the bench for NC will be Sweetie Volsey Champagne, who has only appeared in 4 minutes against Lambton last weekend. We saw last, 2 weeks ago against Humber. NC has had a short rotation and has really struggled at times with foul trouble. You mentioned Lyric Shallow, and of course, prior with a couple other players, as I don't think we're going to have our starting lineup introduction, so I will announce them here for Mohawk. Joanna Smith, Vanessa Sophie, Sydney Drain, Tiffany Williams, and Maddie Anderson for Mohawk. And for NC, no changes from what we saw here at home against Humber. Aaliyah Pereira, Emma Venditelli, Kira Teskey, Asia Strawn, and Lyric Shallow. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Kira Teskey, our NC Women's Athlete of the Week. So congratulations to Kira. So on the jump ball, it'll be Tiffany Williams and Asia Strawn. As we're officially underway here inside the Simply Financial Athletic Center, the touchdown pass just off the hands of Tiffany Williams. Had the Knights beat, but couldn't get the shot up.
Hopefully that luck continues for NC tonight.
And a hard collision by Lyric Shallow. She'll get taken down. That'll be the first foul on Mohawk of the game.
Niagara 2 for 2 already in the luck department.
NC, we've seen a lot of full court pressure against. And now here's Shallow. Venditelli looking for Strawn in the corner. Thought about the three into the paint with Teskey. Kicked out for Strawn, top of the key. Strawn, side set. She'll drive in, two-handed shot, no good, trying to go off the window. And it'll be Sophie driving the paint.
She had room to go to the board there.
Into the corner now with Smith. Smith defended by Venditelli. Down into the post now with Williams. Kicked out wide open for three, and it's good. Sydney drains the three, and Mohawk gets the first basket of the game. Officials will say it was off of a hand of a Mohawk Mountaineer off that full court pressure.
Niagara's had difficulty getting the ball up the court with full court pressure this season.
Here's Shallow. She'll defer for Venditelli. Handoff for Pereira. Screen set by Teskey. Pereira drives in off the window and in. Gets the lucky bounce, and that's the first points of the day for NC.
I think that was offhand too.
Under the paint now with Williams. Picked out wide open for three. And no good. Teskey able to make the pass, and now here's Pereira. Aaliyah now defended by Maddie Anderson. Pereira having to stop her dribble, kicking it out for Teskey. Couldn't handle that pass. 10 on the shot clock. Now here's Venditelli. Venditelli, she'll drive in off the window and in. Emma gets her first points of the evening. Smith now into the paint with Williams. Having to kick out for Drain. Williams into the corner, open for three is Maddie Anderson, no good. Off the hands of Teske, able to keep her feet in bounds. As Strawn will run the floor now. Asia loses it thanks to the hands of Vanessa Sophie. And now Smith the other way will put it off the window and no good. Shallow will draw it. Lyric will hand it off for Strawn. Screen set by Teske. Trying to find Teske on the roll, but it's picked off and off the hands of Anderson. It'll stay with Mohawk. We'll see her first sub of the game. Malik Dowie will come into the game for Tiffany Williams. Sophie kicks out for Smith. Smith puts it up, too strong, and she brings down her own rebound. Put up, and a bit of contact by Dowie, the all-rookie member from last season. She gets her first points of the evening. Shallow for Teske, into the paint with the left, can't finish. But a chance for Teske to go to the line for a pair.
Niagara doing a great job of hanging with the Mohawk so far.
The first is no good for Kira Teske, who had a career high 12 points and 6 free throws against St. Clair on Friday night. As the second is good, she splits her trip at the line. We're knotted up at 5. Beautiful dish, and it's laid up and in by Maddie Anderson as Volsky Champagne gets her first minutes of the day. Teske, quick pass for Venditelli, kicked out for Volsky Champagne. Strong finding Teske. Teske backing down, gets stripped. And now here's Sophie. Sophie looking for Smith. But the officials will say Shallow stepped out of bounds.
Almost safe.
Here's Sophie. Off the hands by Dowie. And it's played now by Smith. Into the paint. It's put up and in through some contact. As Vanessa Sophie picks up the deuce. Shallow gets fouled for the second time in the early going. Mohawks certainly made a point to put pressure on Lyric Shallow in the early goings.
Yeah, also Niagara doing a great job of picking up those fouls. They're only 2 away from the bonus.
Niagara hasn't committed a foul yet so far. Strawn will take it. Strawn, she'll get called for the travel. As Sophie will bring it through half court. Here's Dowie driving in on Teske, misses the layup. Got past her defender. As Venditelli will get called for the jump ball, it'll stay with NC. Here's Venditelli now in the backcourt. Had a chance to win that game against Lambton in the final seconds. Missed the shot as a screen set for Shallow. Shallow stopping a dribble with 8 in the shot clock. Strong nearly loses it, and it's dished into Teske in the paint. She loses the ball, 1 on the shot clock. And it'll be a shot clock violation. The best defense in the association, showing off why they have that rank so far in the early goings. And MJ, Niagara's only attempted 3 shots, but they've turned the ball over 5 times in almost 5 minutes so far.
Yeah, not a team you want to commit that many turnovers against.
As we'll see a substitution, it'll be Leah Pereira into the game. NC playing small here as Teskey goes to the bench. Smith with the runner, it's up and in. And Joanna Smith continuing on her hot start. Spin move by Vendatali, loses the ball. Sweetie will put it up and no good. Sophie brings it down. Sophie up off the window and no good, trying to put it up on Volsey Champagne. Now here comes Pereira. Pereira, handoff for Strong. Strong driving in. Vendatali open in the corner. Not a great pass. Pereira open for 3. Yes, she knocks it down. Leah Pereira knocks down the first 3 ball for NC.
If she can get hot from behind the arc, Niagara's in a really good place.
Wide open for 3. It's no good. You could see Dowdy knew it was no good for the moment she shot it. Volsey Champagne is going to send Kendra Oliver to the free throw line, which I mean is a good thing. She's a 46.7% free throw shooter, but a good job from Sweetie just to bring in that contact and not let it get a good shot attempt off.
So far, Niagara's been pretty clean on not picking up any fouls down in the paint, which is credit to them.
Only 1 foul committed by NC in the early goings. Of course, that one belonging.
2 shots.
And as we mentioned earlier, Niagara with a little bit more breathing room insofar as fouls for the evening, with a little bit bigger bench than the last game.
Shot. 1.
In terms of players available off the bench, Lily Brown, Ebony Horton, and Sweetie Volsey Champagne, as the second one's no good. Still a light bench, all things considered, but it's better than what we had against Humber a couple weeks ago. A rare carry call.
Sadly, I think that one was merited.
Yeah,
that looked like a cross move to me.
I don't think we've seen that yet this season.
I think maybe once from the men.
Open for 3 is Smith, but she knocks it down. Joanna Smith, a 34% three-point shooter this season. As Strong gets double near the backcourt, she'll throw it off the feet of Joanna Smith. And now in transition, it's Ross. Dished over for Gunnazon, and she gets her first points of the game. Lead pass for Pereira the other way off the window, and can't finish. The pace of this one's starting to pick up. Ross, back out for Oliver, turned over, and now here comes Strong. Strong off the window and in, and NC has it now within 2 possessions. And now Coach Rodakanu is going to need to talk things over, the reigning OCAA and Western Division Coach of the Year for the Mountaineers.
Interesting timeout, because I didn't feel as though the momentum had shifted that significantly.
Niagara has been able to get only 2 points off the turnover, which obviously were those last 2. Offensively, Mohawk has been good. And Mohawk's done a good job of forcing turnovers. As we'll take a look at the last layup from Asia off the turnover. But NC's going to have to get stops here because Mohawk is shooting 50-40. They've missed both of their free throws, but Niagara, in terms of shooting percentages, has been efficient. 4 of 7, 1 of 1 from 3. But we know that's not going to continue, and they've already turned the ball over 7 times in less than 7 minutes.
Yeah, minus those 7 turnovers, Niagara would be even more in it.
And now, out of the timeout, it's going to be Ross bringing it past half court. Now here's Gunnazon. Smith, she'll drive in, another runner, and another bucket for Joanna Smith. And the full court pressure continues out of the Mountaineers. Shallow gets doubled, and she'll give it out to Venditelli. Venditelli into the corner, Sean, extra pass, Pereira! No good. And the board brought down by Kendra Oliver. Ross into the corner, over for Gunnazon. Back into the paint with Ross. Smith, another runner, and it's no good off the hands of Shallow, and it'll be thrown out of bounds by Kendra Oliver. But nearly another second chance look for the Mountaineers. Shallow, she'll try the tray, and one for Lyric Shallow in the corner.
Men's team in the stands getting fired up for that one.
Shallow, a 32% three-point shooter on the season, and I think that's something that's underrated about her game, is how efficient she is. Of course, 41% from the field, 32% from three, and 75.6% from the line. That'll obviously go up now. I think she'll definitely be in the conversation to make an all-star team, as it's kicked out into the corner, and no good. Teske had her hands on it, but couldn't come down with the rebound.
Niagara's gonna have to get a little bit faster rotating defensively.
And we'll see Lily Brown come into the game in place of Asia Strong. Some size on the court with Lily Brown, the 6-footer. Right off the inbound, Pereira falling asleep, and the layup is up and in. Here's Venditelli. Venditelli gets fouled, and that's going to send her to the line. It'll be 2 shots for the first year out of Niagara Falls.
Another thing Niagara's going to have to pay more attention to going forward is when a player gets doubled on offense, that they come to help.
First is pure for Venditelli, but you're absolutely right. And we've seen a ton of doubles here so far. And even I was at the game at Mohawk earlier this season, and they still were sending tons and tons of doubles. And I mean, that's something that they've been good at. Again, they've got the 3rd fewest points per game against in the association. Offensive rebound brought down by Williams. And some frustration out of Coach Rodakanu out of his team. Not in the scenario I don't think he thought his team would be in, only up by 4 in the first quarter. Teske out for Venditelli. Shallow, she'll try her luck again, and she'll knock down the tray. 2 trays for Lyric Shallow, and it's a 1-point game inside a minute 20 here in this first quarter.
Shallow, proving how good she is on offense.
Now back into the paint with Williams. She gets borderline triple teamed, and that's going to be a foul. It looks like it's going to be 2 shots for Tiffany Williams, who's been really efficient from the line this season, 16 of 19.
Is that on Teske?
Here we go, 2.
The foul is on Kira Teske. That's her first.
1.
I believe we have Sweetie. We'll be checking in a moment.
The second is no good, and the rebound brought down by Anderson. put up and a good contest, but a foul out of Lily Brown.
That's not called foul for 17 last year. Last time, no more. 3 out of 2.
It'll be 2 shots for Kendra Oliver. Her second trip to the line as the first is good.
1.
The second rattles out. Brown gets the rebound. And now NC will look to set things up in the half court. Strong, looking for Pereira. Pereira trying to find Teskey, and it's nearly turned over now. Shallow. She'll put it up, and no good at the end of the shot clock. Maybe a chance to go 2 for 1 now with Mohawk. Anderson. Over for Oliver. Oliver puts it up from the free throw line, no good. And the rebound is brought down by Shallow for the third time in this quarter. Gets knocked down, and she'll have a chance at the stripe.
Lyric will never be accused of lacking hustle, that's for sure.
14's the shooter. 2 shots.
Lyric gets the shooter's bounce on that one. She's got a chance to get it down to a 1-point game here inside this first quarter. The second is good. 2-second game shot. Game clock differential. And we'll see if Mohawk will hold it for the last shot. Williams deferring into the corner. Oliver open for 3, no good. And the rebound brought down by Brown. Strong thought about it, will give it over for Teskey as the layup is up and in. And that'll do it for the first quarter. NC with 23 points against this top-tier Mohawk Mountaineers defense, including 9 points out of Lyric Shallow. 2 of 4 from the floor, 2 of 2 from downtown, and of course 3 free throws. She's provided that jolt that we talked about in the opening if NC wants to pick up the victory here today.
Yeah, and Niagara, they've struggled a little bit with their defense. They really look like they're a step behind. So if they can tighten that up and not commit as many turnovers as they did, they're in a real great position to go on a run moving forward.
NC turned the ball over 7 times, and Mohawk had half of their points, 11 points off of turnovers. And I mean, Mohawk has shot the ball well from the floor, 43%, but if you're not turning the ball over, you're going to have to force them into the half court, and that's going to make their offense a whole lot harder.
Yeah.
And there's a look at Coach Radicanu, who was upset a little bit earlier. You can still see he's upset after that first quarter. His team 11-0 on the season. They picked up the 96-75 win at St. Clair over the weekend. And fell behind in the first quarter against this NC team, which has really struggled as of late, losing 4 in a row, including the heartbreaker on the 17th at Lambton. Both of these teams were in Western Ontario. We'll take a look at that last bucket from Emma Vanditelli.
Great hustle play to squeeze in one final bucket before the end of the quarter.
Who quietly, MJ, had a great first quarter, 4 points, 2 assists.
Deploying all the tools.
I mentioned before, 2026 has not been very nice to Emma Vanditelli, averaging 4 points per game on subpar efficiency, 17.8% from the floor. However, has rebounded the ball well, 7.7 rebounds in her last 3 games. And she'll get the ball here in the backcourt.
Mohawk has curiously eased off the full court a little bit.
And we've seen that a few times, of course, on Lyric, some off-ball contact. That's the 4th time, I think, that it's been called. And I mean, NC's made them pay. They went to the free throw line 7 times and made 6. Now here's Shallow. Pereira. Fake the handoff, she'll put it up, and no good. And Shallow will get the steal and put it up, no good. Too strong, bit of a heat check from Lyric. Shallow.
She had Pereira open under the basket.
As we'll get a foul on Aaliyah Pereira. Mohawk was certainly scrambling there. As we'll see a substitution. It'll be Sydney Drain who's going to go to the bench. And now here's Sophie. Smith, she'll get fouled by Emma. That's her first. NC has been able to be clean in terms of the foul department so far. Only 5 fouls committed. 1 by Pereira, Venditelli, Teskey, Dorsey, Champagne, and Lily Brown as that one's up and in. And Mohawk now retakes the lead.
Niagara's been struggling with those seals so far tonight.
Full court pressure returned momentarily now. Venditelli out into the corner. Strong, she'll pull up from the elbow, and it's pure for Asia Strong. And NC back on top.
Another play that you really want to see get going offensively.
Backdoor cut by Oliver as we're going to get a travel called. On the first team All-Star from last season. A jack of all trades player, that full court pressure continuing. Now here's Pereira. She gets doubled and she'll lose it thanks to Vanessa Sophie. One-on-one with Shallow. Good contest out of Lyric. And now NC will run the other way. Shallow calling for the handoff. Venditelli, she'll put it up with the left. And she'll get the lucky bounce. NC up by 3. Sophie kicks out in the corner. And we'll get a foul as Sophie gets hit by that missed shot.
There was a little bonk on the noggin there. Sweetie Ann checking in.
Anderson off the inbound. And that's going to be Dowie who's going to go to the line off that inbound play. We've seen that a few times where Mohawk has tried to get something out of the out-of-bounds play, leading, of course, to a couple layups and, of course, the 2 free throws. Of course, there's no goal.
As I mentioned a few moments ago, Niagara really needs to pay much more attention to those seals because they're just not getting them.
Both free throws no good. Oliver with the offensive rebound. She'll put it up. And a good vertical contest out of Kira Teskey. Sophie into the paint. Oliver. And she'll get called for the and one. Strong with a bit of late contact on that one.
After such a solid first quarter with fouls, Niagara's gotten a little careless in the foul department this quarter.
And the free throw no good. Maddie Anderson with the rebound. Now she'll back down Teskey. Gets doubled. And the rebound again. The third rebound by Kendra Oliver as Mohawk has been dominating the glass in this second quarter. Strong. Slips. And it's out for Shallow. She'll try the jump shot from the free throw line, no good. Sophie nearly off of her foot. Anderson, she'll try the wing three, no good. And the rebound picked up by Dowie. Good ball movement here out of the Mountaineers as it's taken up with the left. A tough finish out of Vanessa Sophie as it's nearly taken away. Strong will slow things down. Fake the handoff. Strong near that corner. Teskey out for Shallow. She'll put it up with the right, no good. I think
Tried to float that one in.
Mohawk expected her to pass on that. Here's Dowie, defended by Volsey Champagne. Dowie thought about the shot, was Sophie. She'll take it up. And a good contest out of Lyric Shallow. The offensive rebound brought down by Oliver. 3 on the shot clock. Smith wide open for 3, nearly got the bank. As Volsey Champagne got the rebound with a jump ball in favor of the Mountaineers.
At one point in that sequence, I think he had 3 Mountaineers in the corner, 3.
And Coach Columbus is going to need to talk things over as Mohawk has already 10 offensive rebounds in this one. We saw probably 7 or 8 in this second quarter. But I mean, for NC, they've been so bad on the offensive glass, and yet they're only down by 3.
Yes, they've been struggling a little bit, but to their credit, not so much that they put themselves out of the game.
And I mean, you even look at the shot attempts as we'll take a look at this tough layup. Good defense out of Volsey Champagne. Sophie puts it in. But you look at the shooting percentages out of NC and the shot attempts. Niagara shot 17 shots. Mohawk shooting 31. Granted, some of that is because of turnovers. But when you have an extra 14 shot attempts, there's a pretty good chance you're not going to win the game.
Yeah. One thing I'll also point out is that Niagara this game has been much more judicious with their threes. Last game they were throwing them up. This game they're 3 for 4, which is a great percentage that you want to keep with.
Pretty much all of them have been good looks as well. Of course, Lyric Shallow making 2 threes here so far. And Lyric in the early goings has really played some excellent defense. As Pereira a little shaken up, and the layup put up and in.
Not sure where that contact occurred.
Looks like she'll be able to walk it off. As Aaliyah Pereira, it'll stay with NC off of that injury timeout. Venditelli will come into the game. Full court pressure continuing again as it's over with Shallow. Shallow with the pump fake, and she'll put it up and in. 11 points for Lyric Shallow in the first half.
Soft touch on that one.
And now Vanessa Sophie will take things in. She'll defer for Smith. Smith into the corner, open for 3 with Sophie. A good closeout. She'll try. Mid-range jump shot, no good. Venditelli over for Strong. Strong off of her foot and off the hands of Sophie, who's 3rd in the OCAA in steals per game at 3.6 per.
Gotta be careful.
And another thing that she's really good at is not turning the ball over. Has the 3rd best assist to turnover ratio as Shallow is cooking here in this first half, up to 13 points for the second-year product out of Barrie.
Another soft shot. Mohawk coach telling his team to settle down.
Out of that timeout, it'll be Kate Ross at the top of the key. Now here's Dowie, driving in on Shallow. Good defense from Lyric Shallow. As it's out of bounds off the hands of Lyric. But man, her hands this game have just been incredible. Anderson now to inbound. Here's Drain. Off of her foot. That'll be a turnover for NC, coming from Mohawk. And a chance for NC to take the lead. Vendatelli now past half court. Pressured by Sophie. Have to be careful with the ball around here. Now here's Teskey. Strong. Shallow. Will get the screen from Strong. Vendatelli top of the key. 8 on the shot clock. Vendatelli backing down Sophie. And Shallow gets the offensive rebound and will pick up. Will draw the foul, I should say. She's been all over the place.
Yes, it would be a much different game without her in the lineup this evening.
Of course, known for her scoring and rebounding, but has been so good defensively in this one here so far. It's out, intended for Teskey. It'll be Mohawk ball.
Not a great turnover right there.
NC in the second quarter has been better in terms of turning the ball over. Of course, it's into the paint and up and in with Tiffany Williams. Off the hands and nearly turned over Teskey. And guess who got her hands on that one? Vanessa Sophie. As Aaliyah Pereira is going to check back into this game, a good sign. As Sean Lumbound here for Teskey. Teskey gets the ball knocked out of her hands by Tiffany Williams, averaging 0.7 steals per game. Vendatelli, 13 on the shot clock. Vendatelli drives in with the left and gets the roll. Vendatelli now up with 8 points. Open in the corner is Anderson, wide open, and gets an unfriendly roll. It'll stay with Mohawk off the hands of Pereira.
Lyric doing a good job to close out on that three.
As we'll see Teskey have a seat in place of Lily Brown. It's up by Maddie Anderson, no good. Tons of contact. We'll get a travel called.
I'm not sure about that one.
That looked more like a foul to me.
Yeah.
Gonna have to shake it off. Are the Knights as it's in with the corner with Sophie. Left open for three, no good. Lily Brown had the ball in her hands. But it'll go with NC off of one of the Mountaineers. Sophie has only attempted 2 threes this season and missed both.
I saw that hesitation on her three as well.
Make a three, you'll live with that result. Confidence is key as Sean will give it out for Pereira. Defended by Anderson. Strong. Driving in. Pass over for Brown. She'll put it up off the window. Too strong. And Williams gets hit over the head. And that's going to be free throws. For Tiffany Williams, who's been very efficient on the season from the line. 84.2%, only on 19 attempts. She's 1 of 2 from the stripe here today.
I think that's a little bit of a payback for the non-call earlier.
First is no good. NC gonna have to get the rebound if Williams misses, as they've struggled with rebounds off of free throws. As the second's good. Pereira now through half court. Pereira kicking out for Vendatelli. Shallow. She'll put it up with the right, no good. Shallow on the offensive glass on her own shot. And that's going to lead to the possession staying with NC.
A lot of contact right there.
Shallow only with 1 rebound, but she's been involved in pretty much every free ball that's been available.
Abby Trafford making her first appearance for Mohawk of the day.
Venditelli in the corner, open for 3, no good. As Brown gets boxed out. Strong able to keep it alive, but it'll be turned over. Good effort out of the 5th year. Asia Strong.
Nobody from Niagara in the vicinity to get that.
So now here's Sophie over for Anderson, defended by Shallow. Sophie, she'll put it up. The mid-range shot, no good, as Shallow brings down the rebound. Pereira now with a chance to run. Bounce pass for Strong, thought about the 3, and she'll put it up, a hard collision. And that's gonna be a foul on Vanessa Sophie.
Mohawk stands feeling that was a charge.
So a chance for Asia Strong to tie this game up. Strong, a 77% free throw shooter. In the last 8 games, shooting 78% from the stripe, has been very, very consistent as Asia. It's the shooter's bounce on the first. And the second, no good, brought down by Williams. Here's Sydney Drain, made that 3 in the first quarter back into this game. Drain, defended by Strong. Now here's Williams, bounce pass into the paint, defended by Venditelli. Kicked out Anderson for 3, and she knocks it down. Cannot let her get open for 3. Third 3-pointers made this season. Venditelli puts it up in the paint. Wanted the call, won't get it. Brown from the elbow, no good. As Drain will run the pace into the corner and out back with Drain. Couldn't handle that ball. Free throw line jump shot is good from Tiffany Williams. He's up to 6 points on the day.
Mohawk doing a good job of exploiting that Niagara's in the, that they're in the bonus.
Strong, fake the shot, she'll put it up off the front rim. Brown with the rebound, no good. Strong fighting for it, she'll get the offensive board. Now here's Shallow, Pereira, Venditelli. She'll drive in, defended by Smith. Shallow, top of the key, no good, too strong. And the board brought down by Drain. Trafford into the paint looking for Williams, it's turned over. Venditelli out for Shallow. Shallow defended by Anderson. Strong.
Brown looking for it in the paint.
10 on the shot clock. Strong will kick out for Shallow. She'll try the 3, no good. And the rebound brought down by Tiffany Williams.
Brown's got to do a better job of boxing out there.
Anderson nearly got the and one. As Shallow will pick up the foul. But Tiffany Williams on pace for a double-double, 6 points, 6 rebounds with just over 70 seconds left in this first half, as Coach Columbus is going to need to talk things over with her troops. No timeouts remaining for her.
Niagara doing a great job, though, hanging in.
This three-headed monster of Anderson, Williams, Oliver, I guess a four-headed monster, Oliver, Anderson, Williams, and Smith. NC hasn't really been able to hold them in check. Joanna Smith, 9 points on 4 of 8. Oliver, 4 of 8 as well. Though Kendra Oliver's really struggled from the free throw line. Tiffany Williams was 6 on 2 of 2 from the floor, 4 rebounds. Maddie Anderson only with 4 points. And Maddie Anderson, you look at her season totals, 16 points per game, 7.4 boards, 4.1 assists, which is 4th in the OCAA, 2.1 steals. As Anderson's going to get 2 free throws, the 81% free throw shooter.
Niagara's done a great job adjusting defensively, but they got to scrap a little bit more for those offensive boards moving forward.
NC certainly undersized, but you can't excuse the 10 offensive rebounds by Mohawk already in the first half. NC has a total of 14 rebounds, Mohawk with 23. As you see Ebony Horton make her debut in this one.
Bit of confusion right there on Niagara's part.
Mohawk stepping out of the full court press. Here's Pereira looking out for Strong. Thought about the 3. She'll take it. And no good. As the rebound with Shallow. Pereira.
We are caught off guard by that board.
Vendatelli trying to pass off with a hand. Pereira will put it up and make it. Oh my goodness,
I don't think she thought that was going to
you can see her reaction. I don't think she realized that there was 5 seconds on the clock, but nonetheless, 2 points is 2 points. As it's over with Smith. Smith driving in, another runner is too strong as Vendatelli gets knocked down.
Looked like she got a little bit of a push out of bounds, but no.
Looks like the foul will go against NC. Into the paint now with Oliver. She'll put it up and she'll get fouled.
That was a slow whistle.
That's going to go on Ebony Horton, her first. First is no good out of Kendra Oliver. Now 1 of 7 from the stripe. Make it 2 of 8. Shallow with 23 seconds left in this first half. Looks to get it back down to 1 possession game.
Shot clock is off.
Pereira thought about it. It's nearly picked off by Malik Dowie. 12.8 left in this second quarter. Like you said, shot clock turned off. Here's Pereira. 10 on the shot clock. Vendatelli into the corner, Strong. Thought about the 3. She'll put it up. No good. The Knights bench wanted the foul call. Pereira at the buzzer. No good.
Almost.
And the NC bench incensed that there was no foul called on that jump shot from Asia Strong as NC down by 5, 42-37. All things considered, pretty good first half against the best team in the country. Kendra Oliver leading the scoring for Mohawk with 10 points. Lyric Shallow leading all scorers, 13 points, 4 of 11 from the floor.
Not the cleanest half, but they're only down by 5, so.
And I mean, it could be a lot more. Mohawk has missed 9 of their 15 free throws, only going 6 of 15 from the stripe. A large part of that thanks to Kendra Oliver. But you'd have to think if they knock down 4 or 5 more free throws, this game could look a lot different than what we have so far.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier that Niagara's doing a good job of being judicious with their threes. They've gotten away from that a little bit, but if they can make sure that the threes they're putting up are good looks, they can bring their percentage back up.
NC shooting 4 of 10 from 3, which is good, all things considered. Niagara third in the OCAA in terms of three-pointers made per game at 7.1 per. As we'll step aside for the first half, for halftime, I should say, for about 14 minutes. second half action just moments away from beginning. NC down by 5 at the end of the first half, 42-37, leading all scorers. Lyric Shallow, and she gets warmed up. 13 points, 4 of 11 from the floor, 2 of 4 from downtown. And MJ, I made the point you have as well. Shallow's effort on both sides of the ball has been evident here so far.
Yeah, she's definitely got in the running for the all-star of the game.
And Kendra Oliver out of Mohawk has had a great first half in her own right. 10 points, 5 rebounds, and has certainly struggled from the stripe. 2 of 7 from the line. But even we saw it during halftime. We saw Kendra Oliver get reps up from the free throw line as she really struggled. As we'll take a look at a bucket out of Asia Strawn pulling up, and it's nothing but net for the 5th-year product. Tied her season high in points against Lambton with 17 on Saturday, and she's been consistent all season long, averaging 11 points per game in her last 6 games on 41, 29, 78 splits. And there's a look at the first-year coach, Allie Columbus, former Brock player and an assistant coach at Western University, having her first season here at NC, of course taking over for Coach McKenzie, who was here for a year. Did an unbelievable job with this women's program last year. Was the 1 seed out west, only lost 2 games. And of course losing the Fanshawe in the quarterfinals. As we're set to do battle, it'll be Aaliyah Pereira who will inbound.
Niagara's done a great job of hanging in with Mohawk this game. I think we're enough for themselves shooting the foots in a couple areas. They could very well be in the lead at this point.
NC really turned the ball over in that first quarter. They had 7 in the first, and 7 in the first 7 minutes. Since then, they've went to turn the ball over 4 times, as make it 12 turnovers of the game, as we'll get a foul off the ball, maybe a good foul in transition. Of course, no transition take foul. And out of the timeout, it's Vanessa Sophie. Picked out Anderson. Anderson screen set, back out for Oliver, fake the 3. And they'll lose it, turning it over to Emma Venditelli. Venditelli taking it up with the right, can't finish. Shallow involved as she gets hit in the face. And numbers now the other way for Mohawk. Anderson will put it up and in. On the 3-on-1, Anderson, one of the best scorers in the OCAA, 16 points per game. Venditelli, defended by Sophie. Picked out now with Shallow. 7 on the shot clock, defended by Anderson. Shallow driving in, trying to kick out. Good hands by Vanessa Sophie. As the touchdown pass can't get finished. Strong with the rebound. Here's Pereira. She'll slow things down.
Smart move by her. Niagara did not have the numbers there.
Strong. Thought about it. Wide open in the corner is Venditelli. No good. As she continues her struggles from downtown in 2026. As Sophie puts it up, and Teskey's going to get called for the foul.
Bit of a frustration foul right there.
So Teskey will pick up her second as the first rattles down for Vanessa Sophie, who's 7th in free throws made and 6th in free throw percentage in the OCAA, as those numbers will shoot up as Mohawk on a 4-0 run to start this 3rd quarter. Venditelli, she'll hand it off for Strong. Strong, she'll try And no good. The rebound brought down by Smith. Smith thought about it. She'll take it and will miss. And a hard collision between Venditelli and Drain. As I think Venditelli might have wanted a flagrant.
She'll take a seat.
Glad to see that she's okay. Another out of bounds play converted for Mohawk. Sydney Drain drains her second 3 of the game, and a 7-0 run in this second half for Mohawk. Pereira loses it, and another turnover by NC. Looking for Anderson. She'll keep it alive, but it's turned over with Teskey. Here's Lyric. She'll take the mid-range shot and can it. Make it 15 for Lyric. Oliver. It's out. And the rebound picked up. Put up. And no good by Smith. The offensive rebound to Anderson as we'll get a jump ball in favor of the Mountaineers.
Niagara continuing to struggle with those offensive boards. There was 3 bodies in the paint. They didn't come up with that.
Smith off the out of bounds play. And now turned over by Shallow, put up by Anderson and in. As the lead continues to grow. A 10-2 run out of Mohawk as Pereira faked the handoff. Here's Sweetie, defended by Anderson. Sweetie will put it up and can't finish. As now Drain will take it the other way. Pass into the paint. And Mohawk continuing this offensive explosion. Here's Teskey. Screen set by Teskey, Strawn. She'll drive in on Sophie. Teskey loses it and is picked up by Drain. Long court pass and up and in for Joanna Smith. And Coach Columbus is going to need to call a timeout. Mohawk has looked like a completely different team here in this third quarter.
Whatever adjustments they made at halftime, clearly they took so far.
A 12-2 run out of Mohawk since the start of this third quarter. For context, Mohawk had 20 points in the second themselves. As we'll take a look at this touchdown pass put up and in by Joanna Smith.
Niagara struggling on both ends of the ball right now.
Of course, Niagara was able to hold with Mohawk throughout the first 20 minutes, but it feels like, in a sense, I don't want to say it was too good to be true, but you could very clearly tell Mohawk was not at their game, and it seems like so far they've been able to adjust and have the 15-point lead.
Yeah, Niagara's going to have to really clean themselves up to get back in this one.
Right now, it's kind of that make or break territory, MJ. And if NC wants to get back into it, they're going to need to go on a bit of a run. As Sweetie will give it in for Teskey. Teskey gets fouled by Anderson. That's her third. So Kate Ross will take the place of Maddie Anderson. And now if you're NC, when Maddie Anderson comes back into this game, you have to go right at her with 3 personals.
Yeah, you want to exploit that foul trouble.
The first from Kira is good, the reigning NC Athlete of the Week. makes both. Teskey is now shooting 17 of 20 from the stripe in 2026 as the layup from Kate Ross is good. She shot 11 of 20 in the first half of the season. She's made that adjustment. Pereira off the front of the rim, rebound brought down by Volsey Champagne, nearly taken away. Here's Strawn. Into the paint now with Teskey. Teskey gets doubled, and that's going to be a jump ball in favor of NC with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Teskey's got to kick that back out if she gets doubled.
Back in with Teskey, kicked out with Shallow, 5 on the shot clock. Into the corner, Pereira open for 3, and no good. Volsey Champagne able to get the rebound, trying to throw it off the feet of Oliver. Ross into the corner, and now into the paint with Sophie. Kicked out with Smith. Drain, open for 3, no good. Pereira with the rebound, nearly had it taken away, and Pereira will run the fast break. Picked out Shallow. Off the foot, I believe, of Oliver. It'll stay with the Knights with just under 5 minutes left in this third quarter.
Knights have adjusted well out of that timeout. But they just need to put together some offensive sets now. Get themselves back in this one.
Pereira gives that one away, was looking for Shallow, and now Joanna Smith running the floor. Gets hit by Pereira, and that'll be 2 free throws for the rookie. So Lily Brown will come into the game in place of Kira Teskey. Coach Columbus wanting some size in the lineup.
Prefer that Niagara tries to pick up the charges on those fast breaks rather than pick up Kevin's fast break foul. It's going to be a layup anyway. Just try and get a charge.
As the second is good out of Joanna Smith, a 72% free throw shooter this season. Strawn taking the time, bringing it up half court. Nearly lost it. Now here's Pereira. Hand off for Sweetie. Sweetie driving in with the left. Leaves it short. And now Sophie will on the floor. Ross. Open. Thought about the 3. Gunazon. No good. As it's picked back by Rachel Gunazon. Now here's Sophie. Looking to go into the paint with Williams, defended by Brown. And it's put up and in. And that was pretty good defense by Lily Brown as the lead grows to 18. Shallow's going to get called for the travel. And we'll see Emma Vanditelli back into the game. And you can see on your screen Lexus Bell giving some instructions. The 4th year and the 2-time bronze medalist here with Niagara College. Had a season high in steals over the weekend against St. Clair. Unable to go here today. Open for 3 and closed out. As we'll get a foul. It'll stay with the Mountaineers. It'll actually be against Tiffany Williams. That's her second. Vanditelli will kick out for Pereira. 15 on the shot clock. Pereira into the corner with Strong. Strong defended by Sophie. Strong puts it up and can't finish. had nothing but the basket. And now the other way, here comes Ross. Ross loses it off the foot of Shallow. It will stay with Mohawk.
Niagara can just not buy an offensive board at this point.
Can't get an offensive board or a basket whatsoever. Only 4 points in this third quarter for NC. Had 37 through 2. And now here's Sophie. Into the corner, open for 3 is Gunazon, no good from the 33% three-point shooter. And now here's Lyric. Lyric faked the handoff, nearly lost to Teskey. She'll try the long 2, no good. It's off the head of Tiffany Williams and brought down by the Mountaineers. Stepping in and making the shot is Kate Ross. As the lead continues to grow, now up to 20 for the reigning champs. Pereira. She'll ask for the screen. Set by Vendatelli. Pereira. Out for Shallow, into the corner. She'll try the 3. Just too strong. Teskey with the offensive rebound. Put up and in by Kira.
See what happens when you get those offensive boards.
NC will get the turnover. I believe we'll get substitutions. Asia Strong into the game. So now here's Vendatelli. Shallow getting the screen from Teskey. Into the corner, Vendatelli, 13 on the shot clock. And Strawn open for 3, couldn't handle that pass. It was a little bit high.
Yeah, not sure if she wasn't expecting it or it was a bit too strong.
I think maybe a little bit of both.
Either way, Niagara's got to really calm themselves down offensively.
Here's Ross. Looking to go into the paint. Strawn gets the turnover. And now a 3-on-2 now the other way. Strawn puts it up. And she's going to go to the line. And behind the play, Aaliyah Pereira is down for the second time in this one.
Hopefully she's all right. Moving forward offensively for the Knights, though, they've really got to slow down their offense and start getting some non-prayer looks. Because currently I would say that a lot of their offensive sets ends up with somebody driving and just tossing up a shot.
We'll take a look at that layup by Kira Teskey on the offensive glass. Teskey's been a point forward for this team all season long and was struggling with her shooting from the field in the first half of the season, of course, winning Athlete of the Week. But she had a career-high 12 points against St. Clair, and her free throws have improved on the season. 5.1 points, 3.3 assists, nearly an assist per game, a little over half a steal per game, as we'll take a look at a shot from Lyric from the elbow.
It's those kind of shots that help keep the defense honest and can open up the offense for the Knights. And coming back to that Teskey board, that's proof as to why the offensive boards are so crucial, because if you can clean up on those boards, you can get those makeup points.
You look at the side of Mohawk, they've been able to be productive on the offensive glass. And this one so far, 15 offensive rebounds compared to NC's 6. Mohawk with 36 total rebounds, Niagara with 21. As Pereira will get some help going to the bench.
when you're underside like Niagara often is, you really got to fight under the net to get into position to box out.
So it'll be 2 free throws for Asia Strong out of that hiatus. And the first is good from Asia Strong. The second is good as well, as now NC down by 16.
I was going to say, where did that foul come from? They're wiping down the floor on the Knights end. On the Knights end, excuse me. Referee whistle. Niagara really needing to lock in now if they want to get back.
In that make or break zone, of course, down 16 with less than 12 minutes to go in this one. And into the corner is Dowie. Open for 3 is Trafford, no good.
I don't think that made contact with the rim.
An air ball as Strong will kick it out here with Shallow. Teskey, a little bit of a give and go. And now here's Venditelli. Bounce pass for Teskey, thought about the 3. She'll drive in, step back, mid-range shot, no good. And maybe a chance for Mohawk to go 2 for 1 now. Here's Dowie getting the screen from Sophie. Dowie puts it up, and she'll head to the line. And the foul is going to go on Venditelli. That's her 4th.
Tough foul to give.
So Coach Columbus will elect to keep the first year into the game. That one rims out. As we'll get a foul, loose ball foul off that missed free throw on Maddie Anderson. That's her 4th.
Shot clock off. Niagara doesn't need to rush this one. They've basically got a full shot clock.
So Venditelli will have a seat as Horton comes into the game. Now here's Strong, 18 seconds in the game clock. Shot clock turned off. Teskey sets the screen. Strong gets hit, and that'll be a call, and it'll be free throws for Strong. The first is too short. Second is good. He's Strong with 8 points on the day. Give it away. Strong will put it up. No good. Nearly got the bounce off the window. And now a chance to run for Dowie. She'll put it up. And it's too strong. And NC down by 16 to end that third quarter. And NC was outscored in that third, MJ, 20-9 over a 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, tough quarter for the Knights. And on that last bit, I think they could have taken an extra second to drive the lane on that one. I appreciate the desire to jack up the tray, but she had space.
NC is a three-point heavy team. They have the 6th most three-point 3-pointers made and the third best three-point percentage. As we'll take a look at one of the made baskets out of the Mountaineers, a long two for Kate Ross. But NC, one of the better three-point shooting teams in the OCAA. Granted, that number is probably a little bit, I don't want to say inflated, but of course with no Hannah Keechner with us the second half of the season, your best three-point shooter, that number definitely is higher than what it is with, of course, the players you have on this squad available to you.
And earlier on in the game, the Knights were doing a good job of being smart with their threes, but gotten a bit away from them.
NC shooting 4 of 14 from three. They shot 4 of 10 in the first half, so 0-4 from three in the third quarter. And Mohawk was able to go a perfect 6 of 6 from the stripe in that third quarter. As we'll take a look at that steal and bucket from Maddie Anderson, who is at 4 personal fouls. So if you're NC, you got to go right at her defensively.
You want to get in the bonus, yeah. Make them pay for it.
So NC will open this quarter in a 2-3 zone. Shallow nearly getting the steal as her gamble doesn't pay off from Alec Dowie, the 2025 All-Rookie Team member. Strong handoff for Shallow. Screen set by Teskey. Volsey Champagne into the corner. Shallow 7 on the shot clock. As Shallow will get taken down.
Good effort by Leader.
Here's Strong, looking for Shallow. Nearly got that one taken away off. It'll be a travel, actually. Shallow tried to throw it off of Abby Trafford, who made her season debut on January 10th against Redeemer. You can see that on your screen on her left knee, that big brace. Was part of the team last year, but of course rehabbing an injury. Into the corner is Kendra Oliver. She'll pick out for Trafford, open for three, no good. Air ball picked up by Dowie. Tons of contact. The offensive rebound picked up as Teskey got hit. As Coach Columbus wants an explanation on that previous play. We've seen a bunch of times players on both sides get hit up high with no foul called. Looks like Teskey will be okay to stay in the game.
It's been I would say, a pretty physical game so far. Respectfully physical, but physical nonetheless.
Physical but not chippy.
Yeah.
And a good sign for NC, you can see on the bench, Aaliyah Pereira is sitting on the bench, was at that trainer's table a few moments ago. We'll see if she comes back into this game, as Volsey Champagne couldn't handle that ball. Defended by Smith. Volsey Champagne looking for Brown. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Brown from the free throw line cans it. As Lily Brown makes her second field goal here of the season. NC falling asleep at the wheel. The wide open shot for Trafford. As Mohawk picks up their first foul off the quarter.
Niagara lucky that one didn't drop.
Shallow. Wanted the screen, won't get it. Now here's Strong. Tough shot. No good in the hands of Brown. Second chance look, no good. And now it's back with Trafford. And an issue with.
I don't think the clock started there.
You're absolutely right. As there's a look at Emma Venditelli and Coach Columbus, as the game clock will need to be fixed. So Emma Venditelli will come into the game for Ebony Horton. And Megan Fox will come into the game for Abby Trafford for Mohawk.
Not the star of Transformers.
Here's Joanna Smith. Screen set by Dowie. Into the paint. Dowie backing down shallow. Looking to get the ball out. A hard fall. Oliver for three off the glass. No good. Here's Drain. Second chance look no good. Brought down by Mohawk. It'll go to Niagara off the jump ball as they're down by 18 to 7. 45 left. And it's, like we mentioned before, that make or break range here in this fourth quarter.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but you've got to start getting towards.
Here's Shallow.
Brown wants it in the post.
Brown gets it in the post, and she'll put up the jump shot. No good. Not a good look.
Well, it would have been a better look if there had been somebody in the corner for her to kick it out to, but nobody rotated over there.
As Oliver finishes through contact, and the lead is now back up to 20.
Like if Brown's going to pick up the double, somebody's got to swing behind her so she can kick it.
Bolsey Champagne. Now with Venditelli. They turn the ball over to Joanna Smith. Now a chance to run. And the foul on Lyric Shallow.
Like I said earlier, at that point, either try and pick up a charge or let the layup go, but do not foul.
That'll be Shallow's second personal. And we talked about how good she was in the first half. Credit to Mohawk. They've been able to limit her to only 2 field goals attempted, going 1 of 2 from the line. Pardon me, 1 of 2 from the field.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier, Mohawk's got one of, if not the best defenses in the league.
Third fewest points against per game at 53.8 as the free throw no good. Rebound brought up by Williams. Here's Dowie, defended by Shallow. Dowie off the glass and in. And the biggest lead of the game, now 23 for the Mountaineers. Shallow will defer to the corner, but a foul gets called. And a good sign, Aaliyah Pereira back into the game.
Right now for the foul, that would have been a good look for Pereira.
Pereira is shooting 4 of 20 from 3 in 2026 as Venditelli gets blocked and a foul. Dowie's got to be careful because if she complained anymore, that likely would have been a technical foul. I think she's right about that call.
Yeah.
Mohawk with the best opponent field goal percentage at 28.9% coming into today. NC has shot 31.4% from the floor, 16 of 51, so a little bit above their season average as Venditelli will make the first.
And that number was much higher at the half.
NC now with those free throws, only with 13 points since the third quarter. Or I should say since the start of the second half.
There's 6 minutes left. If you're Niagara, you might want to consider just running and gunning at this point.
NC, I don't think, has made a three in this second half, as Dowie has it defended by Vanditelli. Gunazon defended by Horton. Scoop layup, no good. Getting her hands on it was Williams. It'll be a jump ball in favor of Mohawk with under 6 left here in this fourth quarter.
Mohawk continuing to dominate the boards.
Wide open in the paint is Williams. Again, another out of bounds play worked to perfection by Coach Buchanan. Shallow open for three in the corner, too strong, and Williams picks up the rebound. Williams 1 rebound short of a double-double. Anderson back out for Williams, and there it is. There's Williams double-double on the evening. As we'll get a travel called on Malik Dowie.
Niagara's only real hope of getting back in this game is a 7 seconds or less offense.
Menditelli into the paint for Shallow. As Megan Fox now has it. Anderson playing with 4 fouls. She'll defer out into the corner, open for 3. And will take it is Gunazon. Anderson open in the paint. Beautiful passing from this Mountaineers team.
I mentioned it earlier, Niagara's, amongst the many struggles, sealing off in the paint has been one of the nights this evening.
And to see, of course, an undersized team has no Teskey available for now. Lily Brown set to check in, as well as Sweetie Volsey Champagne. Pereira from deep and knocks it down. Leah Pereira gets her 3rd tray of the day. As I think Coach Columbus will wave the white flag with Volsey Champagne and Brown set to check in. The corner 3 is no good. Anderson with the rebound and up and in for Gunazon. Had a season high 12 points against NC in their previous matchup in October. And has 4 points here this evening. Here's Shallow driving in. She gets fouled. And it'll be 2 free throws for Lyric. And that, in all likelihood, will be the end of the day for Asia Strong. She'll finish with 8 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Shallow makes the first. Shallow now up to 15 points here on the evening.
Started out real strong offensively, but Mohawk locked her down in the second half.
Has only attempted 4 field goals in the second half. As that free throw is no good. Into the paint and stepping out of bounds is Dawe. Of course, you mentioned it a bunch. Mohawk, one of the best, if not the best defensive team in the OCAA, has really been able to clamp down on Lyra Shallow in this second half. Pereira with the spin shot, no good. Rebound brought down by Gunazon. Anderson. Over for Fox. Now into the paint with Williams. She'll put it up over Brown. Gets the block. Willie Brown's first block in the OCAA. And now here's Shallow. Out for Brown. She'll try the mid-range shot. No good. A good dish from Lyric Shallow. Now here's Fox. Over for Anderson. Anderson over for Doway. Thought about the three. She'll stop up. 8 on the shot clock. Anderson from deep. No good. Vendatelli nearly had it. Doway puts it up. And Too Strong gets her own rebound. It's back over with Tiffany Williams. And Coach Columbus is going to need to talk things over before the final 2:40 of this fourth quarter. But the rebounding has been such an issue here so far for NC, who is 16th in the OCAA at 35 rebounds per game.
Yeah, at some points this evening you've had multiple Mohawk players fighting for the same rebound.
NC has 24 rebounds to Mohawk's 53. Mohawk has one less offensive rebound than what than what Niagara has in total. And I mean, you're just not going to win games if you're getting out-rebounded by that much. You can see Shallow missing the steal, leading to Tiffany Williams. Points. Williams with 12 points, 13 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the floor. I mean, you can't ask for much more. Kendra Oliver, 1 rebound short of a double-double. Malik Dowley, 8 and 8. Vanessa Sophie, 8 and 8 as well. Nearly 4 players for Mohawk with a double-double, which, I mean, just shows, of course, how great of a team Mohawk is. One of, if not the best in the country. And, of course, how deep this team is and how good they are on the glass.
Moving forward, Niagara, for the rest of the season needs to focus on being the team they were in the first half.
Niagara coming into today, currently the 8th seed, tied with Redeemer. They'll play on Wednesday, a week today. And in all likelihood, MJ, we had this discussion before the start of the game. That's going to decide who makes the playoffs, because NC won the first matchup between those two teams. And assuming a miracle happens, NC will be a half game back of Redeemer. So they're going to need to win that game if they want to advance potentially into the postseason.
That Redeemer game is going to be a play-in game of sorts.
Brown gets the offensive rebound, can't finish, just inside of 2 minutes remaining here in this fourth quarter. Put up by Fox, no good, as Brown gets the board. So if the postseason began today, MJ, this would be the 1-8 matchup. I guess I should say that's incorrect. It would be Loyalist versus Niagara as the conferences. It's East versus West, West versus East. As Vendatelli will go to their line for 2 shots. Currently Sheridan at 2 and 8, Niagara at 2 and 9, and Redeemer at 2 and 9. And of course, will in all likelihood move to 2 and 10, which will be bottoms in the Western Conference. And as we said, that game next week is going to make or break a postseason trip for NC. As Orton gets the offensive rebound and off the hands of Smith, and now it'll stay with NC. But NC this women's program has been so dominant since the end of the pandemic, per se, and they were the first seed out west last year, and certainly in serious danger of not making the postseason. Vendatelli with the spin move, no good, she can't finish. As here's Smith. Smith into the paint, and it's kicked out. Open for 3 is Fox, no good. Carrera gets the board. And I mean, to the point about the team falling back so much, of course, this is a brand new team than what we had from last year. I mean, there's only 4 returning players. And Volsey, Champagne, Strawn, Pereira, and of course Lexus Bell. Of course, the Jeannie Harrisons of the world, the Destiny Packwins, the Taryn Mitchells. With this, of course, Taryn now with Algonquin and Jeannie Harrison at Brock. Into the paint, a mismatch Volsey Champagne against Kendra Oliver. Good job from Volsey Champagne to hold her own. As it'll be 2 shots for Volsey Champagne, who struggled from the line this season, 5 of 13. Has more free throws attempted than field goals coming into today. As it's no good for Sweetie.
Both teams still running a half court. Interestingly.
And the second one rattles in for Sweetie. It's her first trip at the line here today. 1.2 rebounds. As it's over with Smith. 50 seconds left in the game, 13 on the shot clock. Dowie drives in, open in the corner is Oliver. She'll try the 3 and make it. Kendra Oliver knocks down the tray.
Why not?
6 of 12 on the season, 1 of 3 here on the day. There's 35 seconds left in this one. Here's Pereira, handoff for Venditelli. Venditelli off of her foot, pardon me, off of one of the Mountaineers' feet. 9 on the shot clock. I think Emma thought it was off of her foot. NC moved back.
Yeah, it looked like that from here, but clearly the referee saw it different.
Here's Shallow, 8 on the shot clock, defended by Smith. Smith into the corner, Volsey Champagne, out for Pereira, open for 3, and she makes it. 4 threes in this one for Aaliyah Pereira. And that will, in all likelihood, I guess Mohawk will still play the final possession. No, they won't. They'll hold things as NC falls to the Mountaineers, 82-59. NC was able to be competitive throughout the first 2 quarters. We've seen them all season long be competitive in first halves. In the second half, it starts to fall off the rails, which is what we saw in that third quarter. NC outscored 20-9 in the third, and in the fourth, 20-13, leading to the 23-point loss.
I think the 2 real stories of the game are the 3 points, because at one point they were 3 for 4, and I think they finished the game maybe 5 for 15, 20, somewhere in that range.
6 of 17 for Niagara. And I mean, for Mohawk, I think the thing that's scary for them and the rest of the OCAA, they shot 3 of 23 from 3, 11 of 23 from the line, and yet they still won by 23 points.
Yeah.
You get an extra 5 or 6 free throws, you're looking at a 30-point win, an extra 3 or 2, closer to 35-40.
Yeah. And that brings me to my other point of the game, which is they really need to tighten up on the boards, because if they would stop giving away those second-point chances, or conversely converting their second-point chances, it would have been a much more competitive second half.
NC, of course, outside. There's a look at Kira Teske and Emma Venditelli in conversation with one of the Mountaineers coaching staff. That'll do it for the women's game. And following this one, it'll be the Mountaineers and the night's men's slate between these 2 teams. We'll step aside for about 20 minutes time, as we'll see you right back here from the Simply Financial Athletic Center.